Hello everybody, this is Ghetto Mozart. We're playing some Schedule 1 today, and we are picking up another handler for the Docks warehouse. Today we are going to try and automate our Docks warehouse. I figured I'd just walk you through my process, kind of list out some goals we have for this build, and maybe this could help you with your guys' build or ideas for your build at least. But yeah, I made a full video on this. This is going to be a cocoa plant grow and cook at the docks. I made a full video. I'll try to remember to leave a link or figure out how to do that. So if you missed that, you can start with the build. But today, the idea is to just make deliveries, and these workers should work. Simple as that. Layout is one cleaner. You guys might remember this guy, Ryan. Yeah, he's still... Oh my gosh, is it fixed? It's fixed! Ryan's not a cheater anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see if we sleep if he'll spawn one in. Just out of curiosity. Cool. Alright. As you can see, I'm pretty late game. Or I'm definitely late game. Yeah, they fixed that. That's cool. No more trash grabber bugs. Okay, Ryan, you get to stay, dude. Good job. Okay, so yeah, one cleaner, two chemists. We have 4 botanists. Now I'll show you how we're going to set those up. It's going to be 6 pots to 2 drying racks. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking you don't even need heavenly product right now or drying racks at all, and you're right. Yep, you're right. Got nothing, no argument for that. No customer needs heavenly quality product, but it's kind of fun to set up like that, so we're going to do it. And when the newer updates, I'm sure when the updates come out later on, you know, I'm sure there'll be customers that require heavenly, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the pots. I think those would be pretty easy to set up. First thing you do, get out your clipboard. Now, what I'm going to do is have 3 pots go to 1 drying rack. Alright, we have 8 total drying racks. We have 24 pots. What you can do, get out your clipboard, left click on each one. You see how it says manage 3 pots? Hit E. You can do all these at the same time. So additive, we will be using fertilizer. You don't have to. Seed any, just in case I want to, you know, have a OG Kush grow or, you know, green crack grow in here or something. And then to unselect these, you just right click. So again, 1, 2, 3, E, destination, drying rack, and fertilizer. Right click, left click 3 times. Oops. So once we get these set up, I think the rest, after the drying racks, I think I'll leave the same setup. So if you see these, all these are already set up to go into these cauldrons back here. These 2 I put in here as extra in case I want to, you know, mix something manually or, yeah, anything. So no chemists are assigned to these 2. And I also put a trash can back here, just in case I do make a mess with the gasoline. Now, right now, chemists do not make messes. Like, if they use any product like this gasoline, for some reason, they won't, the trash won't be on the ground. Now, I don't know if this is bug or intended, but I just assumed that eventually it'd be fixed, and I'm not sure how long I'll have this set up, so I did put another trash can back here for Ryan. So right now he'll just be cleaning up for me, but you know, in the future I'm sure chemists will make a mess just like botanists do with their supplies. Let's finish setting up the rest of the pots here. Okay, 3, destination, fertilizer, right click. This one, fertilizer, and then last 3 here, destination here. Now, like I said, I made a full video on this build. So everything else after these pots are set up the same. I don't think we'll change that. I think everything else is good. Mainly we're going to be changing the handlers. So let's go ahead. The chemists are set up. This is just from the first video. Ryan is set up too. Those are pretty easy. To sign trash cans, literally just click it or unclick it. It'll show the green area that Ryan will pick up or your cleaner will pick up. So that's pretty cool. Chemists are set up. So let's go ahead and do the botanists. Supplies. Let's figure out where we want to put supplies. Now here's where we kind of have to think ahead a little bit. So we're going to have deliveries coming in through both of these bays. Right now I'm thinking both of these bays. We might only use the first bay. I'm not sure. Right now I have both filled up just so we can get it started. Supply rack. I'm thinking supply rack should be, maybe where this gasoline is. So let me move this gasoline. Let's get it out of the way real quick. Usually on my builds, if you guys haven't noticed, I kind of like them to flow from like right to left. So like if I walk in, either on my right or left, I'm going to unload, and then no matter what property, all the product and the unload is going to be up front. Save you some steps. So if we make this the supplies, we can have, okay, I think that'll work for supplies, but let's move it right here. That looks good. Yeah, if you guys will know, I love these jukeboxes. There's one in every corner, and a few upstairs too. Love these things. Okay, now let's see. We'll go ahead and start assigning these botanists. Supplies here. Now this is going to be the rack that the handlers will unload to. So I'll show you that in a second here. We'll have him do the first 6 here. Now I did recently see a YouTuber by the name of Big Willie. He does a lot of Schedule 1 videos, and apparently he does some data mining. He has an awesome video out on, he data mined this game and found out like optimization stuff. One of them was how many pots to racks for each botanist, and yeah, 6 to 2 seems to be the exact perfect setup. So thank you, shout out to Big Willie. I appreciate that, those stats and those videos. Those are awesome. Okay, got the first one set up. Got a little distracted. Get super excited when people are, I love stats, raw data. Very exciting to me, so any channels like that I gravitate towards for sure. So 6 air pots for this. Oh, another one that he looked into was the air pots compared to moisture pots. Thought that was a super interesting experiment he did. The results were actually moisture preserving pots are a tad bit better, but only for weed plants. I think it was like 1 or 2% better. Again, this is all from Big Willie's YouTube channel. Try to remember to leave a link down there because he has some great statistics and stuff on this game. Oh man, come on. Get out of here. Jesse. We need Pamela. Oh, there she is. We need Pamela with the clipboard out. Okay. Oh. Well, this is a pain here. I don't want to knock out Jesse, but we might. Oh my goodness. Okay. He's not knocked out. Perfect. I think one more punch he would have been knocked out, so that's good. Go ahead and assign her a bed, give her some supplies. And then the racks, or the pots. Already assigned all these. This is the last one. Sweet. I recently completed the RV challenge. I had a really good time doing it. Highly recommend anyone trying out challenges. Go to Schedule 1 Discord and download it. It'll be from a user by the name of Leo Rivers. Pretty much can't leave the RV. It's pretty awesome. And you have to get your first cook going in the RV. I think I want to put... Okay, yeah, I got sidetracked a little bit. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and put this brick press. Let's think about this. I like to have it under the stairs here. So... And I would love to trap my handler in here. Just make this his own little space, but I don't think we'll have enough routes to do that. So right now we'll put it at the front. Or you know what, we'll leave it here. We'll leave it here. Okay, so we'll give Jesse here the brick press. Give him a bed real quick too. And then let's go ahead and start setting up these handlers. Steven Roberts, you have a very important job here. We are going to be going from... This is, I consider, the loading dock 1. Although both of these, unless it's been changed, come up on here as loading dock 0. Yeah, they look the same, loading dock 0. That might be like O1 or O2 or something like that, but yeah, right now it just looks like 0, so... Oops. So from loading dock 0, this is going to be Steven Roberts, which really is the farthest one. We're going to go straight to the supply rack. Now, to get this started, I need to drop off all this junk in my inventory. Oh, jeez. So much junk. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. A little unorganized in there, but that's my spare storage. So this is how I usually set it up. Since workers take from the top left slot, I always set it up like this. They're hardly going to need lifelong soil, or extra lifelong soil. Extra long life soil. Sorry about that. Let's see that they... Oh, I've already paid these guys. I forgot that there's money in their beds. But they're going to go ahead and get to work. So let's go ahead and pay the rest of the botanists. But since these soils last 3 grows, this is plenty for all of this. But now what's going to happen is once we pay our handler, what's his name again? Steven, he'll just reload this. As long as he can make it from that unload to this shelf before this shelf runs out of supplies, we'll be good to go. This will just keep running as long as we keep on making deliveries. Now we also, let me think about this for a second. We're also going to need gasoline, and we're also going to need these seeds. Now what we could do, so I'm thinking this through, we'd be ordering from Dan's Hardware, which there's already one arrived. I like to order it like this: 120 fertilizer, if you use fertilizer, 40 baggies, so 40 times 3, 120, and then again 120 cocoa seeds. But here's the thing I'm thinking about. If we order both of them from loading bay 1, would that work? Now I think we might have to stagger unloads or stagger the deliveries. So let's just scratch that. Let's scratch that. Seems a little bit complicated. And what we'll do is have, I think we will do that. Yep, so let's empty this out. This is going to be just extra for right now. I just got this cleaned up from all this extra material. Now we're filling it all back up. When I first started playing and unlocked the docks, I literally had 60 shelves in here full of material. This is before, of course, the loading bays and docks, so I was doing a ton of unloads. That's pretty much all I was doing. Okay, so let's get that out of there. And loading bay 2 is where we'll get the gasoline. Now, we have some left over. Really use gasoline too much. Make sure this is loading dock 2. Of course, they do use gasoline. Just 1 per 20 cocoa leaves. You know, it doesn't get used up fast. So, just to demonstrate, we're just going to order a couple 40 gasoline. And then what we're going to do with Steven is from loading dock 2, we're going to just skip a shelf and go directly into the cauldrons. So Steven is going to be our runner. He's stocking this. This is going to make it run, and he's stocking all the cauldrons. Alright, sweet. So that's our unloader. He should be good to go. Now, what else do we need here? Just look over here. We're not going to need these. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Item won't fit in inventory. What do you know? Okay, Jesse, we're going to need a new bed. That's my bed. This is my Harry Potter bed. It just makes me feel good to have a Harry Potter bed. So, yeah, Jesse's getting kicked out as soon as we put this down. There's some more gas. We'll end up using this gasoline. I just want to clear it out to make sure I don't have any extra moves I don't need. Go ahead and get rid of this storage. Okay. So, Jesse, this is my bed. My bed. Gary. Okay, let's make sure everybody has a bed. There's Jesse that we just stole, so let's go ahead and give him one up here. While we're up here, let's go ahead and pay everybody. Just fill it up, why not? Yeah, this is my main world. No commands, no glitches, no cheats, no nothing like that. I'm super close to the 10 million achievement, and I'll be doing a video on that, and an overview of my world. But, I'll show you my dealers here in a second. They are loaded. All of them. I haven't picked up forever. So I think I'm at 7.5 million net worth, and then my plan is to make a video, and while I'm making the video is collect from the dealers to hit the achievement. Hoping it would pop up, but yeah, this is part of that world. Actually, I lied. I have used commands. I've used clear trash. With the lag and stuff and lag spikes, I have used clear trash before. It's not something I do all the time. But if I'm laggy one day, yeah, I'll clear the trash. Okay, so here's the gasoline. He would be filling this, but I'm guessing these are all full. So just to make sure we got it set up right, let's take out some of these. Yep, these are already cooking. Great. I've thought about trapping our chemist back here. We might trap our chemist back here. It's a pretty long walk. I just experimented with caging workers, I think I called it, and yeah, it was pretty successful, surprisingly. We can use safes to block off their pathway once they get back there. So, oh yeah, okay. So Steven is filling up, so that's set up great. He just refilled that cauldron, and he'll refill all these. Side note, order of these routes does matter. So Steven will look at this loading dock to storage rack first. So if there's anything to be filled here, he should fill that first. And I think that's what he's doing here. Yep. Now if he doesn't put 23 fertilizer there, you better not be stealing from us, Steven. There's no... What are you doing, man? What are you doing with all this fertilizer? Jeez. We'll put that back in the van, but Goodness, man. A little thief. Yeah. It'd be short 22 fertilizer, dude. Okay. Oh, that's out of the way. Let's block this off. Now, in the caged worker videos, I found that they cannot walk through. Workers cannot walk through safes. But in this back room, we can get through if we jump, crouch, we can get through. You know. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna try and trap our chemist back here. Let's see. I paid everybody, so everybody should be working. These are just working here. Why are you using that trash can, Ryan? That's odd. These are definitely closer. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Okay. So now we need to set up the brick press, and we actually might have enough room for to trap a worker in the brick press too. So let me think about that for a second here. Yeah, we have. This was our old cauldron guy. Got 5 routes on him. We got 5 routes on Jesse too. So Jesse and Thomas need some routes, but if we're going. Usually, what I do is set up several more racks and just have my extra handlers. You know, fill up this rack or supply this rack from this and unload. You know, etc., etc. But since we're doing unloads and deliveries constantly, we don't need any extra racks. So I think we are going to trap Jesse over here. Let's go ahead and say... Okay, so let's get a few racks here. I think what we're going to do is this. Rack here. We're going to have all these lab ovens. Again, you can select these, just left click with your clipboard 2, 3, and 4. Hit E again, destination. We're going to have these destination, all these be this rack right here. Alright, so all the raw cocaine, and then Jesse here is going to have from this shelf to his own brick press. And then we're going to trap them in with... I like to leave a 2x2 area for any worker, whether they're walking through or just going to be there. So right here, right here. How about that? That looks good. Okay, we're going to have to go buy in a few more safes here. So let's sleep. We're going to buy a few more safes. By the way, in this experiment I did with caged workers, the workers will not use this door. Very odd. So I'll try to remember again to put a clickable link for the first video, but I lined the back wall right here with pots. I think it was air pots. I don't think it really matters, but what they did was they walked down this lane, out this door, and they went back here, and all of them were planting through the wall back here. And there was a ton of trash and mess back here. They would not use this. So if you block off this entrance and this entrance, they will not use this door. Even the cleaners. The cleaner would not even use this door to go to the garbage. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, just a little tip if you guys are trying out caged workers. We're gonna sleep. Oh, my dealers had a great day. 82K. I have assigned them some of the higher paying customers. CY has all kinds of high paying customers. Just because I've been doing a ton of builds. I haven't been doing deals, so let's go get a safe. Let me make sure I don't have some in here. Oh, I got plenty of safes. Perfect. Again, we're using safes to block off these chemists just because we can hop over. So we can jump up, crouch down, and get through. Now, they'll be trapped back here, but they should be able to reach this shelf. Just make sure they do. We'll go check that here in a second. Now, when you block or cage off workers here, when I first did it, I thought they were glitched. Okay, right on. Good stuff, James. You put the product right here on the shelf. Now we can go assign the handler to his spot. But yeah, when they're blocked off, you see, what's his name? See Paul just standing here? I thought they were glitched, so I was punching them, knocking them out and stuff, you know. But they're not glitched, they're just blocked, so they have nowhere to go. They'll just stand there. So yeah, if you're trying to cage workers, don't go knocking them out like I did, assuming. Okay, so he's got from the large storage rack to the brick press. So once we open this safe up, he should start walking over. Yep, there he comes. Great. Now, this packaged product, that's what we're going to use this last handler for. And then we're going to see if we can't... Oh, get in there. Okay, perfect. Does he have enough room? Ooh, one by one area. We'll see if this works. This destination needs to just be... Let's see here. It's safe. We'll use this as a block. You know what? This is gonna be how we, if we ever have to let them out, this safe. So let's go ahead and make this safe here. The output for the brick press. Now what we're gonna do is have our buddy Thomas here take it to the final destination from this safe to this safe. Now, this is it. This should run as long as you keep making this deliveries, excuse me. As long as you keep making deliveries, you honestly don't even need fertilizer. As long as you have soil and seeds coming, you should be good to go. So again, let's see, are there seeds? We can order more seeds. Seeds to loading dock 1. Now, if you remember, our handler had an extra 22 fertilizer. I'm wondering if that was from our last run. I'm thinking it was, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that so we have an equal number of seeds. 120 seeds, 120 fertilizer is what it should be. So our handler might have messed that up from the last row. Not sure, but just to be safe. Now, here's how this is going to work. When this runs out, when our botanists have used up all this fertilizer, the next delivery in line is going to be these cocoa seeds. So once those are delivered, you know, etc., on down the line, pretty much they grow, they cook, they brick, and we're good. Also, if we really wanted to, maybe we could think of a way to load this or unload our raw product. But right now, I think this simple setup is great. We honestly, technically don't even need this extra handler. If we didn't want to cage him in here, I think it's kind of cool, you know, to have somebody cage in there and back there. Just a little bit more efficient, less steps. But yeah, I'm sure I will think of more routes for this guy. Right now I can't think of any, to be honest. My original plan was to just have my own van unloads to park it in Bay 2. We could do that. We could set it up like that, especially because the gasoline is used up so slowly. You know what we did? We messed up. I don't think we can cage these workers back here. I almost messed up. We, let me think here. Could use him. Okay. So if we want to keep these caged back here, we're going to need a handler taking gasoline to each of these cauldrons. Now, we could use this guy here. And I think that's what we'll do. So what we're gonna do... No! Okay. Son of a gun. We accidentally untrapped them all. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna trap all of them back here. That we can still have this set up here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is unload. Sorry, just thinking out loud real quick. We're not gonna go straight to the cauldron. We're gonna go from the second unload to this safe. And then our brick press man, Jesse, is going to take from this shelf that we put back to lock them in to the brick press, and then we're also going to do from this safe to all 4 cauldrons. 3 and 4. Okay, we got 1 back here, 2 back here, and is this our guy? Yeah. Okay. Great. So go ahead and get back there. Sweet. They should be locked in again. Let's reset up the lab ovens. I think I'm going to remove this trash can so Ryan doesn't glitch out. For some reason he is using that to clean up the botanist mess. Large storage rack. That's still going to that. That's still going to that. Okay. Okay, this should work now. Let's go ahead and remove this trash can so Ryan doesn't get stuck or something trying to use it. So this is filled with gasoline. From this safe, our buddy's going to refill all the gasoline. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the botanist. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. We're scratching the cage thing. We're scratching it. I keep forgetting about different things here. The botanists are going directly from the drying rack and putting them in the cauldron, so... Ugh. My bad on that one. Okay, so now it'll run. Now it'll run, but this is, these types of videos, I like to just kind of walk through. This is how I do my builds. I do think about them a lot, but as far as planning and stuff, I have a small plan in my head, and we go for it. So yeah, this is fully automated now. For the second time I'm telling you that, but this one for real. You can of course move this. You know, I had a rack back here, kind of set up from the original video like that. But yeah, this is good to go. We'll make bricks of coke. And then I have my barn set up to process. So yeah, that'll probably be a different video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this gave you ideas, or maybe you learned something from just experimenting with me and troubleshooting. This is a fully automated cocoa grow now. 4 botanists, 2 chemists, 1 cleaner. You can honestly do this with one less handler. But yeah, we got an extra one just in case. I'm sure I'm going to have more uses. Let's see, we have 7 or 8 more routes. So yeah, we can do all kinds of stuff here still. We might set up like, I don't know yet. Yeah, can't really think of anything yet. By the way, I love these racks. It's almost like a second floor here. But yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like and sub, and let me know what you have set up in your docks warehouse. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.